Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel. And today we're going to be going into all of my 3/8 ratchets. I'll give you the part numbers, prices, lengths, all of that information, tooth count, and also the ones that I use the most and which ones I don't use as often, and some reasons why. So I have them aligned just like my 1/4 inch ratchets, from the shortest to the longest, and then on to specialty ones as well. So first up, this is the Gearwrench 120 XP, part number 81212 Papa, and this came in a 4-piece set. It comes with a 1/4 inch, 3/8 stubby, 3/8 regular, and a 1/2 inch. And they're all flex heads, really nice setup. Here's another one over here, and they are actually longer besides the stubby. So this is a 5-inch 3/8 drive, and by itself it runs $40. So at least that's the price I found for it. And to me, that seems a little steep, especially when the kit for the entire 4-piece set is only about 80 to 115, if I remember correctly. But the 120 XP, if you haven't checked them out, they are a 60 tooth gear with dual pawls that alternate back and forth, allowing you to have a 3-degree arc swing, a lot of strength, but a low tooth count. So here is kind of the sound of the 120 XP. Some of my favorite ratchets and most used ratchets. This does have its place. It's obviously not something that's commonly used, but it does have its place and can be very helpful. Then next up is a Silver Eagle, part number Bravo Romeo Sierra Echo 8 Tango Bravo, and it is a 60 tooth ratchet, 7 3/4 inches long, and runs around $40. This is a decent ratchet. I got this while I was going to college. It was supplied to me through my college, and everything was paid for through the SGLI. So I got a lot of tools from Matco and Silver Eagle and all that. But as far as ratchets, it is a nice ratchet, but compared to all my others, I just don't use it as much. It's a lower tooth count. It has a quick release, which just isn't my preference anymore. I like a non-quick release ratchet. A majority of mine are. So, but still a good operating ratchet. I haven't had any issues with it or anything like that. And I do like the kind of knurled part in the handle. The Carlisle Romeo 38 Tango Delta. And this is a 60 tooth ratchet as well, 8 1/4 inches long, and runs $22. But working with Carlisle every day at work, I actually really enjoy them, so I purchased some for home. And for a 60 tooth ratchet, it actually sounds much finer. So it's a very smooth operating ratchet, very smooth design, no sharp edges or anything like that, pretty sleek. Overall, a really good ratchet, very durable, use them at work all the time. And it's priced really decently as well, and you can always find these on deals through Napa and everything. Next up is the Gearwrench 120 XP, part number 8121 Papa. It is 8 1/4 inches long as well, and runs $35. So this is going to be that 120 XP design again, 60 tooth gear, dual pawls for 120 positions, and a 3-degree arc swing. So really low. So this is the non-flex head. I also have a 3-piece set of these with non-flex and a 4-piece set of the flex. And once again, these are some of my favorite and most commonly used ratchets. I love the low arc swing and the strength that they have. Next up is a ratchet set that I just recently got, maybe a month ago, and I've been trying to use them as much as possible just to try and compare them to some of my other ratchets. And that is Gearwrench's new 90 tooth, part number 81211 Tango. It's 8 1/4 inches long as well, and runs $40. But once again, it's most likely cheaper to purchase this as a set. But all of these, or a majority of these, will be linked down in the description for you guys if you guys are interested. Other than that, the 90 tooth now has a gold ring to identify itself differently from the 120 XPs and 84 tooths and all of that. And they do have the updated Gearwrench logo. All around really good ratchet. Haven't had any issues with them yet. Like I stated in my previous video, I'm not sure why Gearwrench went with 90 tooth when they have an 84 tooth and a 120 XP. I think 90 tooth is what is selling a lot right now, so I think it's more of a way of meeting the customer's demands. If that's what is selling, why not make it? That's just my thought on it. Otherwise, I can't really explain why they made a 90 tooth. This is the newer Tecton 90 tooth. Part number Sierra Romeo Hotel 21108. It is going to be 8.5 inches long and $25. So Tecton's putting out a lot of new tools that are re-engineering and redesigning tools all the time. And this is a huge step up from their previous ratchets. Much slimmer design. It's not, you know, like every other 72 tooth ratchet out there anymore. It's 92, so they stepped up their tooth count. They got flex heads, they got non-flex heads, they got quick release, non-quick release, and a lot of different lengths. So really good stuff here, really smooth ratchet. And once again, this is also one of my most commonly used ratchets. And once again, Tecton always does a great job on their chrome job, and I really like this handle design. So if you guys haven't checked out Tecton, go ahead and check them out if you're interested. The website's also linked down in the description. Another new Gearwrench 90 tooth, just like the one I did before. But this is the comfort grip. So this is going to be Gearwrench 90 tooth with comfort, Bravo 1208 Tango. It's 9.25 inches long and runs $48. So $8 more for the comfort grip. And that's if you purchase them individually, and depending on where you get it, you might be able to find it a little bit cheaper. Other than that, same exact design, but with the comfort grip. I really do like the Gearwrench's comfort grip. It's not too bulky. It's molded to your hand. You kind of got this lip right here, and it's just very comfortable. I got the new logo and everything on there. Next up is the Gearwrench Roto head ratchet. This is part number 81225, and it is 10 inches long and runs anywhere between $35 and $50. And you definitely want to get this as a kit with a 1/4 inch if you're interested in Roto head ratchets. A lot of other brands have this exact same thing. I think it's Channel Lock or Crescent. They sell these exact same things, and sometimes even cheaper. But it is cheaper to get this as a set. I think you can get both of them for $40 or something like that. So it's very handy in different situations if you need like a nut driver, ratcheting a nut driver or anything like that. You can adjust the tension on the forks so you can adjust how stiff or loose this swivels. It is a 72 tooth, I believe. And the only reason I don't use this ratchet as often is because of the stiffness or the back drag on it. I don't know if it's just my set that I got, but both the 1/4 inch and the 3/8 have a lot of back drag to them. Next up is my Snap-on FL80, and this is 10.25 inches long, made in the USA. And it is the long version, not the extra long, but the long 3/8 ratchet. Very smooth ratchet, probably my smoothest or one of the smoothest ratchets I've ever used, and absolutely love it. But once again, it is Snap-on, so you are going to pay the price for it, and that is going to be $130 online, and obviously different price for tool truck. I purchased this when I was going to college and had a student discount, so not terrible on the price there. Next up is going to be the Gearwrench 120 XP, part number 81215 Papa, and it is 11 7/8 or 3/8 inches long and runs around $48. Once again, cheaper if you buy it in a set. So you do have this is the semi-locking flex head. So you have, I believe, 7 different positions, same gear system, the 120 XP, and just all around great ratchet. Next up is going to be the Gearwrench 84 tooth, 81267. This is going to be 13.75 inches long. It has the comfort grip, and it runs around $58 by itself. I got the 1/4 inch drive and this 3/8 drive as a set for around $50. So 4 tooth on there. This is a locking flex head. You have a lot more positions than the semi-locking flex head, and you got the locking feature right here. So good ratchet, nice slim design. Once again, love the comfort grip because it's not big and bulky, and you can still get into tight spaces and stuff. So really nice ratchet, and I like having a variety of locking flex head, and your standard ratchet design. Next up is the new Tecton 90 tooth Sierra Romeo Hotel 01118. This is going to be 18 5/8 inches long and $35. So you can get this in 1/2 inch drive as well, and I believe it's close to 2 feet long. So this is an extremely long ratchet. Love the handle design, love the length for when you really need to reach down somewhere. You need a lot of length, but you're still using 3/8 drive, so this is a great combination. So it's got the new 90 tooth design, the new slim design, and just all around one of my favorite ratchets. Obviously I can't be using this all the time, but anytime I do have the chance, I do use it because it is very handy. This is actually the Matco USA made torque wrench. It is part number Tango Romeo Bravo 250, and it is 10 1/4 inches long and ranges anywhere from $100 to $300 depending on where you get it. I don't know if it's available through Matco anymore actually, but they're being sold other places. I do like the twist lock design here to lock it and unlock it to be able to make your adjustments. And it is the size of a 1/4 inch, a little bit bigger than the 1/4 inch, but it has a 3/8 head on it. So once again, very handy to have. My Tecton 60 tooth torque wrench, part number 24350 or 330, I'm sorry. It's going to be 14 1/2 inches long and $40. And here's the case for it as well. This is Tecton's base design. I'm really hoping this is one of the things that they improve on as well. Not that there's anything wrong with this, it's worked just fine for me, but it is the classic basic design of a torque wrench, and I think it would be really cool if they released their own torque wrench that's just a little bit different than this standard design. But once again, I've had no issues with it. It's not 60 tooth count, my apologies. Other than that, it does have the twisting nut on the bottom that locks and unlocks it. So not my favorite design for that, but I needed something for home, and this was affordable and has been reliable for me. But obviously I have a lot of other torque wrenches now as well, but that's my 3/8. Next up is the famous Milwaukee cordless ratchet. Yes, it's still a ratchet, so I'm including it, and it's 3/8 drive, so it's in this video. I do have the protective boot with it. I have one of the batteries. I have larger batteries as well. This is the new design. They have an older design that isn't as powerful and a little bit slimmer. They also just recently kind of released longer versions and different variations of these cordless ratchets. This is Milwaukee's M12 3/8 ratchet, and part number 2557-22 for the kit, or just I think 20 for just the tool itself. It's going to range anywhere from $200 for the tool to $250 for the full kit, and that also depends on what batteries that you get with and how many, so it could vary. This updated design has 55 foot-pounds, so much stronger than the previous version that is 35 foot-pounds, and the old version is part number 2457, and it's going to run around $179 for the full kit. So if you want to get the old version, which is still a great cordless ratchet, it is really affordable, especially if you already have batteries and you just get the tool. You can save a lot of money. But love this. It's got the built-in LED light, battery indicator over here, nice rubberized mold. I like the boot that I got for it to protect it. Overall, it's held up really well, and makes a lot of jobs a lot easier. So other than that, that is it for my 3/8 drive ratchets, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please hit that thumbs up. If you guys have any questions or anything that you need answered about any of these ratchets, drop it down in the comments. Or if you would like to share what ratchets you most commonly used in 3/8 drives and which ones you have, drop it down in the comments. I'd love to know. So other than that, if you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. See you guys next time.